What's up, guys? This is HH Trader back with another live trading video. Today we are sitting here with one stock on my scanner, ASTC. It does have a little bit of news, not great news though, and it also has a shelf registration last month. So last month on March the 3rd, they actually had a shelf registration. So that is a really close shelf registration for a stock like this. It's up 30% though, so it is a mover. On the news for it, they are actually working on, they just signed an agreement to study to develop a rapid COVID-19 breath test. And so, of course, this isn't any confirmation of a actual already worked on mechanism. This is something that's just an agreement. So it's not great news by my standards. I would rather than be in like phase 4 about to go to the FDA to try to get approval of a breath test than a agreement. So really not too excited about ASTC. But you know, sometimes things surprise you. Yesterday was a nice green day, and we're just getting that account back up. All right, the market is open. ASTC is probably going to give some moves upward first before it shatters down. So it bounced off of that high, was at 294. Let's see if it gives us some red here. Looking for some big red. Big red bar right there. Going down and touching that VWAP. All right. I'm going to let all the people that's going to get caught in this one get caught, because I do not want to mess with this one out of the open. I feel a big drop coming. Once it breaks VWAP, which is at the 280 right now, it's definitely going to go swimming. $280s, looking for that 280 breakdown. There it is. 280 breakdown, big for the shorts. Shorts collected right here on the top, and now we're getting that breakdown. It might actually halt to the downside with that shelf registration, but it's not that volatile, so it probably won't. VWAP is at the 289, and we're just waiting for something to pop up here and be strong on the watch, on the scanner. 294 is definitely a spot of resistance though. Pushing on down. Go ahead and add another resistance line up here at the top, almost the $3 level. So the $3 level really gave it a run for its money right there. Rejected hard off of that. ASTC, can we get back up there to VWAP at the 280s? $267s. It's like it's going to continue to break down. If it breaks that 67, yep, there's, it just cracked that 67. It's got a long way back up though. This may be a little bit of a dead cat bounce before a continued fade. So the high of that was the 270. Let's see if it continues to give us red. Yep, still giving us red. So there was a little bit of a dead cat bounce. We want to see if it'll break down at 65. Snap through the 65 right there, and it is fading. All right, well, we're still sitting safe on the day. ASTC did take the dive for the day. $260 is the new bottom for right now, unless it snaps through it again. I want to see it come back green on the day. That's what I would like to see. Getting a little bit of buying pressure right there. Trying to hold up, but those buyers are in a bad position. Well, that could be buying, or it could be sellers covering down here. The low here is the 63. Looking for it to break down that 63. Pushing up a little bit. The 9 may become resistance for it right now. That 1 minute 9 at the 272. All right, continue push down. Will it break that 60? Got bought up there on that low. Support. See if it can stay above that 60. Nope. Crack that 60. Now the bottom of this one, the low is a 260. Does not look good. I would love for this VWAP to start coming down, but we need more volume trading under here for it to actually go towards that direction. Give us a better entry price. Nothing else actually popped up on my scanner from the morning. This one I traded the other day. SJ made a nice little bit on it. GBR. Just looking back through the past couple of days of trading. ACY gave a nice move and faded. SPY. I actually was reading an article this morning about the market corrections. So they're talking about with the all the economical stimulation that's going on with the stimulus packages and things, it will negatively affect the stock market. And so I am so glad that I trade stocks that don't care about the stimulus. If you're trading those higher cap stocks, you may see something slow down or see a quite drastic decrease in some of the market moves. Maybe not in the value of the stock, but definitely in the volatility of the stock. Alright, so let's just focus on the SPY right now. Is the SPY correcting? Where was it? Like, let's see. It doesn't look really like it's correcting. Rather, it's just going up. Just continuing it to just go up. But I do know one thing. Anything that goes up in the stock market definitely will come down at some point. Don't know how far it's going to come down, but hopefully it'll be above the 384 here. So we don't want to see another crash. Or maybe we do, because the small caps were crazy during that last crash. Pushing on up there. Let's go and look at our dying stock out here, which was ASTC. Is it still dying? Yep, still fading off. It may actually find a bottom around that 260 level, but with that shelf registration, it kind of scares me. It's gonna have to get back above VWAP. It is definitely red on the day. So it's 50 cents from the high that it had. I'm not really a dip strategy type of person, so I don't even have a strategy for trading things that have come down like this. I usually trade the tops or the highs and take quick profits, which is also known as scalping. But buying under this, it makes me nervous with penny stocks because they may never come back up. Anything else want to hit that scanner? XL is pumping. XL, let's go look at XL. John says XL. News for XL. It has a fleet electrifying Apex clean energy pickup fleet. Pickup fleet. So what's the actual news today? Okay, G company. Okay, so it's trying to reduce carbon emissions. Were acquired. Okay, so I think I need to read this from the top. To reduce carbon emissions, blah blah blah. Solar efficiency, in-vehicle electrification. Okay, so Apex has commercialized 9 billion worth of wind and solar projects, representing nearly 7 GW of clean energy opportunity. I don't really know what that, I'm not into energy like that. I don't know what that GW stands for. Okay, let's see. All right, well, it's definitely moving. Let me go to my research tab. Total float is 23 million. Nice. Market cap 1 billion. Let me check out here on the other on FinViz and Yahoo Finance for XL. Okay. On XL, it doesn't even have the FinViz doesn't even have the float. It just says it has 139 million in the shares outstanding. Let me see what Yahoo Finance has to say about XL. XL at Yahoo Finance, it does have a float of 107.55 million. 107.55 million. So it's probably going to be a choppy one. Maybe a grinder throughout the day. No shelf registrations on it. Okay. So definitely maybe a grinder. It already looks like it started grinding. It went from the open, the high was a $9.14 all the way up to the $10. So that's definitely a 90-cent move. It is pulling back. We're getting something else popping up. ISIG up here just came out of a halt. I'm not willing to trade this just yet. I need to see it get some more volume, but I will do my research for right now. ISIG. FinViz float is 1.14 million. ISIG. ISIG at Yahoo Finance float is 1.05 million. Its shelf registration is pretty much irrelevant. It was back in 2017, so we're out of the 2-year range for that. So basically no shelf registration with $1 million in the float. So let's watch it and let's see what it can do. How volatile is this thing? 720s up to the 783. Looks okay. Let me add that to my notes. 1 million in the float. 1 million with a shelf back in 2017, which is pretty much irrelevant. And let me look at the news on the day. NASDAQ, it's just going up. That's it. It doesn't have any kind of news catalyst. It's just going up. So I'm definitely going to have to wait for some more volume to jump into this one. No kind of news to make it go higher, which is probably why it didn't open up and go higher. So let's go ahead and look at the daily chart. Where the daily resistance level, 938 is one for the daily resistance right there. Daily resistance got a little bit at the right before the $10, which it already kind of hit today. Okay, and it's got a final one up here at the $11. So we'll see what it can do. This will be a purely technical stock read because it has no catalyst. So be careful with this one. Be very, very careful. Could be easily manipulated. Okay. VWAP was the 847, going down now. The top here is a 927 resistance. I'm not willing to risk it, even though it's probably going to bounce right here. I'm not willing to risk it. It may give a bounce up to maybe the 75 and then bounce back down, but as you can see, it's struggling. We're getting some more things popping up here. APDN is up. Does it have news? Has a little bit of news. Applied DNA and Northwell Health established SARS-CoV-2 mutation and variant tracking program. Okay. Okay. Applied DNA Sciences enters into a material transfer agreement that establishes a real-time surveillance program for tracking SARS-CoV-2 mutations in Northwell's COVID positive specimens. Okay, so that's nice. So we are seeing some movement. IO is also out here, but it has no news on the day. So APDN Definitely volatile though. Already quite extended. But it needs more volume. Okay. IO is kind of flat right now. Not worried about IO. ISIG is going down also. We'll watch APDN and see what kind of moves it can give above this VWAP. The next pop out is the $9 or the $10 level. So that's where I'll be looking to see what this one wants to do. It's that break of that 10. Whoops. Actually, I could probably get in earlier than that. Maybe a 975, 976 move. But it is extended, so we're going to let it kind of play out. Top side here is the high of the 96. It is going down right there. Getting a nice little pullback. High here is a 989. So 990, 991. We're looking, waiting, and watching. I don't know if I want to take that 991 with this kind of extension and weakness that it's showing. Getting a lot of selling pressure on top of it. But it's about to be the biggest mover on the day. I see continuing to decrease under the VWAP. So yeah, this is the stock for me today, I guess. APDN for that break above. Ooh, that doesn't look good on the 5-minute. Does not look good. We'll let it come down and test that VWAP, which is at the 930. Or I mean the 9, which it just bounced off of 942. Right now I'm not into the way that this is looking. It just seems like I'll be buying the top up here. Not into that. Looking very, very heavy up here. Everybody's made their money. We're looking for the dump. There is a little dump. Can it hold up that 930? 930. Oh, I did not do my research on this one. APDN. Knew I felt naked out here. APDN. IO stock in 260, out 270. Nice, nice, nice. PDN. Did IO start charging back up or something? Let me see. IO. Okay. In 260. Oh, you got in quick. You got in quick and got out quick. ISIG. APDN. Need to finish my research real quick. APDN. Alright, has a float. APDN has a float of 6.12. APDN. Yahoo Finance 6.12. Does it have any shelf registrations? APDN. Has a shelf registration from January. So it does have a shelf. 6.12 million shelf this year. Alright. So APDN did go under VWAP. ISIG definitely fading. Now IO. You made some money off of IO real fast. Let's see. Let's go check out IO. Has no shelf registrations on IO. Oh. Yahoo Finance says the float is 9.28 million. Finviz has a float of 10.96, so around 9 million, 10 million. All right, so IO is looking like it's going to become the one. So about 10 million. Let's get ready for IO. It looks like it's finally breaking out of this flat place that it had, and I'll put the support right here on the top here. Let's see what we can get. It's getting a little volatile, just a little. Okay, getting a nice little pullback there. Let's see if we can hold above this 278 level. That was the last high. 277. Okay, no pullback. No pullback needed. Okay, we'll wait. You're still in at 259. Nice hold. You got a lot more. You got that nice patience that I was not blessed with. But we're ready. IO for it to pull back and form a bottom over this VWAP. Still pushing up. Nice push right there. Top side here on the daily chart looks like 332. $332 top side. Getting a pull down. I want to see a little bit more of a pullback above the VWAP. Looks like it double topped there, the high 97.97. Yeah, it did. We'll see if it'll break out. Looks like it has the strength too. Needs to break that 97. Looking over here. Okay. Has a little double top motion on that 5 minute. See if it can give us a nice pullback entry. A lot of buying pressure coming in there. Look at that. Big buying pressure. Wow. Couldn't. Now it's finally pushing that 97. I saw that buying pressure coming in there hard and heavy. The only problem, it wasn't moving with that buying pressure. Should have moved a lot earlier. Trying to hold up that $3 level. We're looking for a pullback. It's the only thing on the scanner now. We're like 30 minutes in, almost 30 minutes into the day, and IO is looking like the one. Let's get this little pullback. Yeah, man, John, you're still in. That is a great ride. Like, absolutely amazing ride. I'm looking for a pullback entry so I can get in real quick, get out real quick. As long as it can hold up that VWAP, which is at the 273 right now, I think we're good to go for another move up. It's giving a pullback here, but after this extension, I'm not buying after this extension. I need to pull back a little bit more. Let me go look at ISIG real quick. Still failing. All right. trying to hold up that $3 level. I think it's going to give us a little bit of downward movement through that 295 now. Trying to hold up that level. So the low here was a 96, the low here is a 95. I do like it if it can hold up here, but on the 5-minute it does have a topping tail up there. So that's the only thing that's throwing it off. If it didn't have that topping tail, it may be still looking like it wants to go, but that topping tail is throwing it off. Topping tail is killing me. Okay, ISIG is trying to bounce back up. Getting a little green. Still. Alright, so it's going back and challenging that 95 again. Has that topping tail. Kind of threw me off, threw my strat off. The 290s is where it needs to hold up. That's the 9 EMA. And it just cracked it. So we'll wait for another entry on it. That top and tail really threw it off. Anyway, ISIG trying to get back up there with all this little might. Needs to give us a pullback above that VWAP and show us it wants to go higher. IO does not look like I want to enter it here. It's like it's about to give us some more movement down, struggling on that 90. A little bit of a dead cat bounce there. The high there was a 91. Oh wow, I see popping up. Let's get through this. I want to see it through that VWAP. VWAP is the 836. Come on, ISIG, you got this. IO going down there and challenging the bottoms, creating a new bottom on the 5-minute. Question is, where is the bottom? Will it be here at the 282? Very grindy stock. Okay, I'm gonna go up here to ISIG. Man, I was looking for that ISIG to pop out. Just didn't do it. Not giving those moves up. Getting a little too flat as well. Alright, IO still holding above the VWAP. Has a high right there, 291, going down, tapping the VWAP, which is at the 275. See if it'll hold up that 275 level. Just not looking like it wants to. 279. If it breaks that 79, it may be a good night bears. It's working on that 79. 78 just snapped right there. Ah, boy. Okay. Plenty of volume on it though. Got 10 million in the float. Breaking down, or almost broke down VWAP. 73 is VWAP. Bouncing, broke the VWAP. So I'm gonna go ahead and continue to watch ISIG, which is now fading. There were some moves in here, but you would have had to really be quick getting in. especially over this 5-minute break, this 270 or 260 or whatever this was. This break is where you would have needed to get in to make that money. Sold half at 3, seeing if it pushes back up. Yeah, most def. But it was a nice move. It was a nice move. It's under VWAP now though, so I'll wait. ISIG booming down. Just not a lot of entry points. You would have had to be perfect entry on IO. Perfect entry on IO in the 60s. Has a top side up here of the 309 resistance level. All right. It's still above the 5-minute, the 265 on the 5-minute 9. So we'll see if it can hold that up, where it'll start respecting. But right now, it doesn't look like it wants to respect anything. Pushing down there to the 269. Looking like it may be a fader for today. Will it hold up that 265? Get back above the VWAP. Give us some more moves upward. That's what we're looking for. Okay. We need it to pop up at least once so we can see where the trend is, because right now it's just fading and we don't know what the actual trend is here that we need to be watching for. So it needs to pop up a little bit. But I am so glad you guys were able to pull out some profits from IO. Very quick one. It was not there at the beginning, so I hadn't done research on it or anything. It was one that you would just have to, take that leap of faith. Sometimes that's what you have to do. And that was a 40-cent move. So I guess if you took 200, 300 shares, 400 shares, maybe 500 shares, 40 cents is pretty nice. Love to see it back above this VWAP here. Feel like it's not done for the day. It did create a higher low, so the last one was at the 250s. 250 low down here. And now this one is at the 264. So I'll go ahead and mark those over here on my 5-minute supports at the 250. We don't want to see that break down. And then now this new support, which is at right here, 263. Want to see it hold up that 263, or it'll start making lower lows. Let's go, buyers. You got this. Biggest candle on the day was a green bar, so we're looking. We still have a little bit of positive on the day. Now, if a red bar gets bigger than this green bar, then it's probably over. How many minutes have we been going? It is now 10:08, so about 38 minutes into the market. Not a lot on the scanners. I haven't risked a lot today, but we'll see. Okay, ODT popping up there on the scanner. ODT, what are you doing? News on this one? No real news. I'll go and research it real quick. ODT. FinViz says the float is 37.15 million. Higher float. ODT. Float is 16.67 million on Yahoo Finance. So that's a kind of a big difference from FinViz saying that it's 37 and then Yahoo Finance saying it's 16. ODT does have shelf registrations from last year, last November the 27th. So I put all that in my notes. I put a wow, they're off of my scanner already. Well, that's a sign. That is a sign. All right, let's go back and look at iSig. iSig still failing out. So not a lot to go on today. A lot of faders. But hey, I'm still sitting at break even. Rather be break even than red. And John made money today, so I am glad about that. All right, ODT. We can watch ODT fell out real quick. Getting up there to the 2. Should be popping back up on the scanner. It's back up. Scanner updates every 15 seconds. There it is. All right. I guarantee the drop on this one's going to be bad. The way that it's grinding up, I've seen these do this multiple times this year and last year. They grind, and I mean that downwards movement is explosive. So be careful if you're gonna jump into this one. On the 5-minute, it doesn't have a bottom. It's made no bottoms. It only has bottoms on the 1 minute. So the higher the time frame, the more effective the bottoms work. And there's no real bottoms down here, so be careful. But we're gonna watch it. On the daily chart, look at this daily chart. It looks disgusting. Look at this. So this is a dead cat bounce move. Big gap down, and it's trying to probably, I don't think it's going to be able to gap fill. That's a lot. From $16, drop from $16 all the way down to $4. So this is just a dead cat bounce. I don't know if I'm gonna put money on that because it's already looking bad on the daily chart. Really bad. Right, 448. Yeah, I don't know. It just doesn't really interest me now that I looked at the daily chart. That's why you have to take into consideration all the time frames, because it looks good over here on the 5-minute, looks okay on the 1 minute, but that daily chart spilled the beans. Just waiting for the drop. Don't know when it's coming, but it's coming. Also, it's only moving a couple of cents at a time. So let's see, the first entry that you probably could have taken is right here at the 407. Went up to the 421, came back down to the 409. You wouldn't have been stopped out if you were holding, but still, very dangerous play. Man, I finally got me another computer chair ordered. Man, this chair that I've been using is absolute trash. I mean, just garbage. So I had to order another computer chair. Definitely going to be more comfortable than what I got now. Using pillows and things to support my back. But, oh my gosh, I need that computer chair. When I was working at the office, they had computer chairs ready for us to go, but COVID. Ugh. But it took me a while. I had to actually research chairs. Never thought I'd be doing that, but they definitely have some out there that are very expensive. It's $1,500, $1,700. Not my taste. So this thing is just pushing, man. The biggest bar on the day is red. How is it still pushing up? It's kind of like a sporadic stock. Come on, man. Something's got to be moving somewhere. There's no way it's this dry. Let's see. APDN. Where's that stock that you had said IO did fade? ACY faded. A lot of just faders today, man. I'm looking for the big moves. Okay. XL. Oh, XL, yep. XL was one. Alright, so XL still grinding. Okay. So this top side 1055, I think I will trade this. Resistance. I'll get in on a pullback. Let's look for the pullback. 1050. I do not want to be entering through the first pass through that 1050. Looking for the pullback here. Be great. Let's go to the research. Was this the one that had that super big float? Yeah, 107 million in the float. Ooh, 107 million in the float means it's not going to be able to move that much. That's nasty. Nasty little pullback. How explosive has it been though? It went from the 99 up 50 cents, but that was a grinded 50 cents. On the daily chart, it's definitely fighting a big downtrend through here. So yeah, just not looking like something I want to touch. ODT continues to pop on and off of the scanner. Finally giving a 5-minute pullback here. We'll look for consolidation in these last last few minutes. I want to see some consolidation above this VWAP, but does not look like it wants to go any higher. I thought I had added notes to this one, but I guess I didn't because it keeps disappearing. So it looks like it has ground. Oh, there's a big red bar right there. Biggest bar of the day is red. So definitely not looking good today. I might not even have to do a recap today, the way it's looking. Big dive down on ODT. Will it break VWAP? VWAP is at the 422. Looking for it to stay above that 422 level. Looking heavy right there at that 22. Ooh, yeah, crack the 22 right there. Wow. So at this point, I'm wondering, is something gonna move after 10 o'clock? Is something gonna give some relatively good moves after 10 o'clock? Because everything here is looking crazy. XL, the float is too high on that one. TAOP, CEMI, YVR. Nothing wants to feed me today. And this is one thing that I have a problem with in the past couple of weeks, just taking a trade to take a trade. At points like this, I'm like hungry for a trade, and I have to make sure that it's an actual good trade and not something that I'm trying to get a dopamine hit off of. So I am going to be very careful about that. ODT trying to hold up. Got a bottom here at the 416s for support. It is flatlining. I want to see it kind of get an angle going upwards to try to fill this gap, but I know it's not going to fill that whole gap. That's a $5. Okay, so this low was the 1790. This high was the 484. So it's a pretty good little drop. It's looking like the sellers are jumping on board now. Breaking that VWAP back down, cracking it. On the 5-minute, got a lot of work to do to get back to the top. So some days are like this. Maybe if I'm a little bit more patient, because I do have more time today, I could just wait till after 10 to see if anything spices up, but for right now, it's nothing but faders out here. John, did you end up selling that what was it that you were you had got into? It was IO. You probably sold by now. Maybe. But I don't know. Maybe you're still holding. John said I alternate. I have a standing desk. Don't like sitting for too long. Yes, man. This new chair that I got, it's a hidden mesh chair. It's one of those that it can recline. It can you can move around in it very good. I saw standing desk as an option. But I don't know. I guess if you transition from sitting to standing, maybe maybe it'll be a little bit, give you a little bit more motion in your body. But I don't know. I don't know what's best. I'm just getting this chair because uh, I've never had to purchase a computer chair before. I've always been in the office in front of a computer working very long hours. Oh, but anyway, long hours, man. Sit there programming or looking over some kind of data or whatever for hours, just sitting there. And I need something to save my back because the chairs at work were dope, but those chairs were about 15. Those chairs were about 1,500. I think, yeah, 1,500 per chair. So I was like, let's go more cost efficient. Yeah, man, I know you're happy. I mean, if you sold half up top, I don't know what your original size was, or if you were just exiting a little bit as it was fading, but you definitely took profit from that six that I mean that 260 entry. So as long as you got out break even, you were good to go. But as you know, a lot of the stocks that I trade, I like to trade those stocks that are gonna give us, $1, $2, $3 moves, $5 moves. That's the stocks I'm looking for. Because I am a greedy, hungry beast. And I need to eat. But I'm definitely holding the reins today. Not trying to waste money. UPC. Okay. Where are my settings? All right. Yeah. And sometimes I get hurt going big, but I mean, for the most part, as long as I manage the risk like I'm supposed to with the 10-cent loss, if I lose 10 cents, the upside is $2. So I don't care. I'll go big or go home, baby. I'm trying to eat. I'm happy with my 30, 40 cents. Yeah, 30, 40 cent move is a good move. Definitely is a good move. But at least I understand my greed. You know, I know when I get into the markets and I see something going up, I want to jump in. The only problem is I need to have a plan for exit because I know the way that I used to trade, I see something going up, I throw 100 shares in there and be like, let's go. And then it drops and I can't eat for that day. I don't have any lunch money anymore. Puts me on a fast. Okay, chat. Oh, come on, man. Something's got to be moving. Give me something. Let's just look at the SPY then, since it's been going up forever now. Maybe I should have traded the SPY today. That's probably what I should have did. Just traded the SPY on this breakout. 406, up $1 on one share. I could take what? Take 3 shares of that. So up $1 on 3 shares would have been $1. Or wait, would have been $3. My bad. But yeah, nothing was really worth it today. Sticking money in there. Maybe something will become worth it. I'll definitely stick. I think I'm gonna stick around after 10 because I'm just not satisfied with today. And sometimes my satisfaction means nothing to the market, but I'm okay with that. I'm totally okay with that. I'm telling you, man, the SPY is looking good. I can't wait till I have like the account size to take like maybe like 25 shares of the SPY. How much is that? 25 shares at $400. Ooh, that is a lot of money. 25 times 400. That's $10,000, a $10,000 position. So yeah, that's scary. Then if it drops, lordy. But I bet it's a lot safer though with the supports and resistances. When the SPY makes those resistance, when it does break, it breaks. It breaks and it goes. So, you know, a lot safer. All right. Is anything starting to come back up? ODT. Looking for them to swing around and give us some more opportunity. ASTC. IO. Something's gonna swing for us. ABDN. Matter of fact, this one has a good little trend line now. So I'll go ahead and start marking up these trend lines for entries if they can break their trends. ISIG. Love to see that one pop back up. I can make some real money off of that one. But on the daily chart, it definitely looks nasty. Buying dips on RMO. Okay, RMO. How expensive? Let's see. What's the news on it? What's gonna cause it to come back up is the question. So it's got buzz, stocks on the move. Okay. Form 8K was done today. Let's look back a little bit to last month. Okay, a loss of 13 cents per share. Earnings Flash reports a Q4 revenue of 4.6 million. Preliminary Q4 loss. Romeo Power reports quarter ended. Because really, when you buy dips, you want to make sure that it has something to come back up for. That's the only thing about buying dips. Okay, so let's zoom back a little bit. Wow, it went up to, I don't know if this is because of splits or what, but it went up to that $30-something mark. So let's go and actually, let me go and look at FinViz. Let's see, Romo. Give me one sec. Romo Power enters a long-term supply agreement with Peterbilt 579 and 520 battery electric vehicles. So it's electric vehicles that is into. Investor alert, and I'm looking at FinViz. I just didn't want to switch the screen. It says Romeo Power investor alert. Kaplan Fox investigates potential securities fraud at Romeo Power. So that's something you got to look out for. Security fraud. So it is under investigation by Kaplan Fox, Brunstein, and let's see. So that's all the news for April. And then everything else was just that Q4 loss. So, but it is under investigation. Let me look at the Yahoo Finance over here. Romo Power summary. Okay. Romeo Power Interloan. So yeah, it does have that news about the electric vehicles, and it has news about the investigation. So if you want to see what I'm seeing, you can actually go to Yahoo Finance and just type in the ticker, and it'll show you those articles. And you just want to make sure that that investigation doesn't go the wrong way, because if it goes the wrong way, you'll definitely be looking at you can definitely be looking at something bad. But I can't tell you, hey, buy this or do this. I can only look at the information that's provided in the news and what's going on in the company. So that's all I can tell you. ODT just popped back up there on the scanner. Let's see if we can get a nice little pullback here above the VWAP. Has the top side of the 459 as the resistance. We're looking for a pullback. All right, ODT, what you got for me today? Want to see some real consolidation. If it just pushes out, I might not like it. The top here on the daily chart is looking like the 539. So I put that resistance up there, 539. It's the only thing on the charts right now, or only thing on the scanner right now. Why can't I get it to go? That doesn't look right. Yeah, it is right. Okay. So 516 is the spot. It's pushing up. I want to see a pullback, because I don't know how high this thing can go. It's already crashed down so much. But we will see. Give a nice little pullback right there. Might take a small little position, but it is kind of pulling back there. Oh shoot, trying to get up there. Okay, 450s. Let's let it test the 450s first. I feel like this is going to be a consolidation area. I don't think it's going to push out of here. Let it test that 450s and give us a nice pullback. Top side up there was the 459. So 459, I think it's going to give us a pullback here. Would love to see a higher low form, but it might actually push out of here with the way that the buyers are coming in right there. But the biggest bar is still a red bar today. So we just got to watch and wait. Want to see it pull back real quick. Give us that red. Nice red motion. And we're going to be looking for that breakout. This high is a 55. So 55. 56. See if it'll break down that 50. Retest that 50. Ooh, it's coming on up. Oh, it instantly rejected. Glad I didn't enter there. Okay, so the buyers are looking scary here. Let's see if we can get a pullback. Above the 9 would be preferable. The 9 right now is at the 437. Okay. Looking for it to break down this bottom at the 447. Give us some red here. 447 breakdown. Come on. Don't push. Give us that break to the 9. 448. Looking heavy. Come on. 447. All right. So now looks like it may be a little bit of party time. We'll see. Getting on back up there. Top side high is the 60s. 61. It's just looking real heavy right there. The last bar is a big red, so I'm not interested in buying just yet. Needs to get over this red. Whoa, what in the world did I just do? Alright, give us a little bit of pullback here. Oh, it's going. Holy. Alright, so the high there was to get the short, the longs in, so that'll be the new point, the new the concentration point. So I'll be watching. You see some nice consolidation here though. Want to see it test these 430s down here at the 9. 445. Nice. It just needs to stay above the VWAP right now. 455. Looking, waiting, watching. Some more selling pressure coming in there. Big selling bar, but it did not cross above this last one. So we're going to let this one dead cat bounce and see if we can get an entry position around here. Okay. Can it stay above VWAP is the question now. Don't want to buy just yet, because this is the dead cat bounce move. Will it break the 35s? Bouncing back up there. Okay, 56. Trying to let it do its thing here. It's trying to hold up that 9. I'm still going to wait here. This was the dead cat bounce, but I don't want to get snatched in here. It's giving us a new entry. High of this one was the 46, 49. And it did on the 5-minute hold up the bottom of this candle, which is the 431. So still interested in that 56 break. Just waiting. Okay, will it break down to 37s here? Okay, giving us a little bit of new entry. So the high here is a 49.51 break. I wanted it to close red there. It's got to give us a red here. I don't want to just push out, which it looks like it's going to do. I don't like that. It needs to give us some red here. Give us that red. Would have been in right there at the 51. Ooh, that thing pushed on out, didn't it? Wow. Definitely would have been a good entry. Jesus, look at that. 51 break right there. I really didn't like it because it didn't give us any red in here. Wow, 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 wow. Insanity. That would have been an instant from the 51 30-cent move on 50 shares. Oh man, I just couldn't take it. Did not like that setup. Let's let it pull back. Top side is the 81, 86. Let's let it pull back and see if it can hold this 460. Looking like it wants to go higher now. Wow. Very small little jut out. We're waiting. We're being patient. Get ready, get ready. We need to see a red candle here. Give us the red. Please. Give us the red. Please. Come on. Break this down. Needs to break down to 79. Come on. Come on. Yes. Yes. Alright. So we need this one to close red. It is already kind of extended, but with the play that I'm doing right now, it's going to be a quick take anyway. So really won't matter. Give us more red. 475 is what it's trying to hold up. Top side of this is the high of the 86. 87. Let's go ahead and put 91. So it looks like it's going to close up red possibly. Okay. Well, look at that. Looking for some more red to come through. Oh, this thing is hurting my heart. Come on, give us some red. I know the drop is coming. That's what we're waiting on. This thing continues to push up. Will not give us red at all. So this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 minute extension to the upside. There's no way I'm purchasing up here. It is definitely buying the top. We need to see this drop, especially below the 80. Looking for this quick drop. Okay, so top side was the 493. I cannot buy that. Let's get some more downwards movement. Will it crack this bottom? The low is the 477. Looking for it to crack the 477 here. Sellers coming on in there. Biggest bars on the day are green. So a lot of confidence through there. Let this bar close up. We'll be looking for an entry. interested in the 90s going towards the $5, but I don't really want to buy that high. So we got this bounce here, 85.91. Let's see if it can give us some more downwards movement. We have this low down here of the 460s. This will be 3 times as it's trying to go down. So I definitely be ready to purchase on the way up if it can do it. If this can close red, but it's looking like it's boosting back up there. The high is the 84 right here. Looking for more red to come. Try to go down one more time. Well, there it goes. 85, 86, well, 91. Now giving a nice pull back there. Might need to size down if I'm going to trade up here. Looking for some more red. Okay. So the top side of this is the high of the 88, so the 91 is a preferable spot. I'm going to go ahead and put my order out there for the 91. Be out at the 81. Taking a little bit smaller share size because, well, now it's crashing. Don't really trust it here. Out at the 81 if it can push those 90s. Looking like it's struggling to get back into the 90s. Okay, canceling that order, letting it pull back a little bit. The 75, it just bounced off the 75, so definitely the 90s would be this place to be. 91, I might resize up for this one. We're at the top, looking for a break back into the 90s. $91, looking to get out at the 81. Giving us more red there. Will it break the 80s? Broke the 80s. Will it break the 75? 76. Okay. Little fake there. Top side 80s. It's really looking like it wants to lose me some money today. Will it break the 75? Got down there. Almost broke the 75. Just not looking good, man. Diving down like that. 63 went down and touched the 60s finally. So it did, but it broke this last low, which was a 67. So we definitely want to see a break above that 90 level if it's going to continue going higher. So 91 had to be a very quick take. Come on. Give me that. Get a little bounce through. Looking for that 91 challenge. Needs to hold above the 75s on this candle. Okay, 91 is where I'm looking. 81 I'll be out. Got my order up there ready to go. Ready to be out at the 81. Looking for it to push higher. If it can't, I'll be out 10 cents. Looking for it to get bought up here and go green. Give us some green, a little bit of green. Nope, got stopped out right there. I'll take that. 10-cent loss right there. There, 11 cents with a little bit of slippage. Looking for it to go ahead and go. The high there was the 90s, so I'll try the 91 again. $91. If it gets over the 85, I'll try the 91 again. Wow, big dump right there. I did keep my risk to where I kind of like to have it. 90s, look at that, look at that. Wow, that is sickening, sickening. Wanted ODT to give me that move, but I did follow my plan. Around 10 cents right there. I don't know exactly how much that is. $5, I'm okay with that. 50 shares, $5, I'm okay with that. But it is the only thing that's holding my scanner, so we'll definitely continue looking. Let's see if it'll break the bottom. It broke the bottom right there, making lower lows now. Wow, well, whatever. Still am interested in it. Gave a nice little low right here above the 55. So we could take like another trade or two on it. I would love to get into one of these type moves on it. If it can hold up. Selling pressure did not overtake the biggest buying bar, so there's still a little bit of confidence in it. Let me add. So we got resistance up here at the 495. Have a bottom here. So the 475, the top of this is the 475. 476 could be a good entry point. 476. I think that's what I'm gonna try. 476, 50 shares. And just be out at the 65, so another 10 cents. But it's got to get some buying pressure. Going down, testing that bottom again, bouncing off of it. 476 is where I'm looking. Will it just break? Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and put my order in there and be ready to get out at the 65 is what I'm looking at. Yep. Go ahead and put the order out there, type in 65 and be ready to exit. It's holding up that level. I want to see it get up there and challenge that 75 one more time, one more again. Alright. 65 will be my out. Will it break down here? Holding up that 60, broke the 60. Will it stay up right there? It's got a hold there. Looking weak. Okay, be ready to get out at the 65 here. Looking like it wants to bounce. It's held up that level multiple times. Nice. So the top side of this 5-minute candle, high is a 75.5. Looking, waiting, watching. Big pullback right there. We're not done yet though. Nice little pullback. Top side of this is the high of the 74. So I think I'm in a good position here. Just need those shorts to get exploded out of here. Wow, look at that selling pressure right there. $458. Bouncing right there. The high of this candle is a 470. So we finally have a little bit of a trend we can actually see. Okay, whatever. Show me what you got. So the trend here, high of the 71. $71 means I have to be out at the 61. Like people are down here buying the dip. It did double bottom on this low of the 52. I'll be ready into the 70s, and I'll be ready with the outs here on the 61 if it can push up. Looking like it wants to crash VWAP. VWAP is at the 446. It is holding the 50s right now, looking like it's getting sold into. It's gonna break that 50. And okay. All right, well, it is looking like it is not gonna be good for me. Seven, six. All right. Low here is 83. Low here is 83. Come on, push. Looking for that push through the 83s. Back into the 90s. Doesn't look like it's gonna go. So may stop me out here. Okay, new low is the 85s. See if it can get into the 90s. I'll put it at the 85 if it can get into the 90s. Looking to move to the 85s, we can push out here. Into the 90s is what I want to see. Alright, there we go. Got my 85 stop out ready to go. Let's see if it gets the new low here was 87. We're waiting. Waiting, watching. Okay. Took a little green trade right there. Nice, nice. Very quick. So I did make back the money that I lost originally. Okay, so let's see. BNSO popping up. What is this one? Volatility halts. Don't really care about that one. Not a lot of push behind it. Alright, so 90s, 95, the $5 level, 501. So I take a little bit. Fighting with the 90s there. Will it drop below the 90s? Kind of weak here. It's looking for a nice little breakout, but it did not give it to me. Cross the 95. So I'll draw that as our resistance. Cross the 95. Alright, well, let's see how far it pulls back now. Can it stay outside of this trend line? Breaking down, giving us some new lows. 491. Okay, nice little snap down right there. Let's see how far it wants to go. That looks like a new bottom. The 516 is where I marked where it's kind of the wall. Top side high is a 491. 492. Let's see if we can get that. 492. Small little position size. Break back into that break back up into the 90s. Nice. Let's see what we can get. 492, risking 482. Could not make it there. Still waiting, watching. 492. Cancel that order real quick. Alright, so the high here is a 491, so 492 is still where I'm looking for just a little bit of profit. Getting bought up right there. 82 will be the out. Needs to get back over that 84. 83. Come on, 84. Is not getting back over that 84. For that 82 for out. It's gonna have to get all the way back up here to the 92s. Go ahead and cancel that order. BNSO is going down. ODT. It's not a lot going on now. So maybe I'll walk away just with what the little green that I was able to take from the day. Looking like what I need to do. Let's see if it'll hold up VWAP. VWAP is at the 452. After this one crashes VWAP, I'll be done. Nice volume all around. Only able to really take a little bit today. Just not a lot of motion going in my favor. 75 level. The high is the 86 up there. 91. Let's see this candle close. It did form a higher low. Let's see it get back up. It's got a nice little bottom here at the 466 support. See if we can hold that up and also stay out of this trend line. Okay, the 91 is where I was looking to enter. I know it's not going to make it that high. Wait for a pullback. Struggling with the 80s, 81. Can it hold up to 75? Do not like that right there. See if I had it at the 91, what would it do to me up here at the 91? Could snatch me down. So it looks like it double topped right there at the 86. I'm looking for that 91 entry. Yep, 91 entry. I'll be out at the 81. Got my sale ready to go, 10 cents. Looking for a continued push. The bottom here is the 85. Risking that 10 cents. Just looking for it to push out of that level. Okay, it did stop me out right there. That's okay. Top side high is a 92, 93. So I'll be looking for my next entry. Now we have a little trend here. Getting formed. Trend line doing this right here. I really don't like that as a trend. It's not steep enough. Waiting for some upward motion. Okay, getting on up there. Small share size, conserving profits. $93. 15 shares at the 93. 15 shares at the 93. Be out at the 83. New bottom here, higher low, support. Definitely staying vigilant. Got 15 shares up there at the 93, breaking down a little bit. New bottom is the 70s. Looking for it to break out of this. Will it continue to break? If it breaks VWAP, then I'll be done for the day. Benson. All right. VWAP is at the 454. It's come down and broken this level here. So not looking too good. Go ahead and cancel that order that's just sitting out there. So we kind of have a trend line here. Right through there. See if it can hold up. The 9 is at the 477. Not a lot of the volume is drying up, so the VWAP isn't moving as much as it was at first. We'll see how that closes up. I'm about to go use the restroom real quick. Alright, where are we at now? Getting a nice little bounce. Not seeing a lot of volume here. See if it'll break down that VWAP. BNSO float of 1.17 million. BNSO. BNSO. No shelf. Float of 1.17. Looking like it's getting back up there. 1.17 mil. I'll save that. ODT is not looking good. Looks like it wants to break that VWAP 455 right there. Okay, what in the world? Okay. Benson is trying to get up there. Looking nice. What? Okay, so apparently my Charles Schwab just shut down, which is not good. Give me 1 second. I don't know why it just shut down. That was crazy. Oh my gosh, come on, man. Really doing me like this right now. Right when it looks like a stock is coming up, that's when it's like, yep, this is time. This is the time. I don't know what kind of problems are happening over at Charles Schwab, but it just shut me down. Let me go over here, Charles Schwab down detector. Okay. Nothing's being reported as of yet. Oh wow. Big reports just came in because of that. Okay, it hasn't updated yet, but we'll see. That's insane. Like literally very little volume is going through the market. It's logging in now. "41 minutes ago, app keeps freezing. Had issues before, so their app freezes. iOS issue, logging area error. Schwab working on phone, but computer keeps saying temporary." Oh, that was 9 days ago. Well, the only one that's relevant to right now is the app keeps freezing. All right. It's acting like I don't have any internet, and I know I got internet. The stream may be off though. Oh, it's still streaming. Everything is just frozen. Finally logged me in. I did not like that little piece. Alright, so now we're back in. Charts are coming up slowly. Why does it have SJ up? Very slow on the application today. And it looks like it... Okay, we're good. Alright. Slower, not available. ODT going on down. This is the one that I was interested in. BNSO. But it did fade. So I am just going to be walking away with this small green day today. Hopefully you enjoyed the live stream. Don't forget to like and subscribe.